Another thing I'd like to talk about before I end this is what comes next. So, you gain Godhead, you're immortal, and you have supreme mindedness. Well, what comes next? Well, this is just the beginning, to be honest. When you dedicated your soul to Satan, it was not just for this time period here on earth. It was an eternal bond. You can't just become a god and then I'm going to go off into the universe and do whatever I want now because I think I'm a god and, it's all about me from this point on. It doesn't work like that. As I said, it's just the beginning. Where would you go? First off, where would you go? To a planet that's full of enemies that wants to kill you? The universe has a lot of rules out there. As I said, you don't become a god in the sense of you can do anything now. For if that were the case, the gods would just wipe the enemy off the face of the earth right now and we'd have it the way we wanted to. We're not completely all powerful once we're a god. It still has to follow rules and be in the confines of certain things. So you'd want to be in a planet that would be under control by Satan. First of all, for your own protection. Second of all, for your own enjoyment, because I couldn't imagine what you would do on any other planet. And third of all, as I said, the work's just begun. You don't get to just go off and have an infinite vacation and that's all there is to it. No, the work's just begun. The death energy needs to be ripped out of this earth. We need to heal this earth. We need to fix it, its atmosphere, the toxic waste that has been dumped on it. There are a lot of things that need to be fixed about this planet, and it needs to have nations erected upon it that are very, very strong. The work never ends, basically, and even once, however long it takes to get this planet to optimal efficiency, well, then we have other planets that we could possibly go and help. Or, just staying on this one, you have power in numbers, and the work is endless. The point of us making the nations here, you have to be in the nation, being a part of a nation for anything to work. You can't just take a shuttle and see you later. This would be much like in the middle of Nazi Germany, a bunch of soldiers just going over to America and saying, see you later. I'm gonna go over here for a little while and go on a beach in Florida and drink a pina colada or something. You have to do a lot of work. Don't dedicate your soul unless you really mean it. And I mean forever. And I mean forever working for Satan hard. It's not just all about me. You get the dedication done. Oh great, now Satan does everything for you. You do nothing for him. He brings you to Godhead, and then you go off into eternal bliss, and maybe you'll see him in another 10,000 years. I don't think so. It does not work that way. You have to do work. Okay? There is a lot of things that need to be done, and this is the way that it all works. Uh, it's the only sensible solution to anything. As I said, we have power in numbers. The whole point of us getting together and making nations. You can't just run away from it all. Get what you want and out of Satan, and then, sorry, I got nothing for you. Sadly, this is the mindset of a lot of people. Everything's about them. They do everything for themselves. They dedicate because they want it for them. They meditate because they want it for them. On and on and on. So the point is, what we need to see is more truly dedicated warriors for Satan. Doing this video right now, I'm doing for Satan. I'm not doing it for me or for mostly, I would say, for the person that's listening to it. I am, but not completely. I'm doing it to please Satan. because I'm spending my time right now that I could be watching TV or any other thing for my own pleasure, drinking or, whatever, uh, that most mundanes would want to do, sitting around just destroying yourself, I guess. But instead, I'm dedicating my time sitting in front of a computer screen trying to make these audios to try to inspire and enlighten our people so that they can go, wow, that makes a lot of sense, and I feel motivated now to do more for Satan. We don't have enough satanic things out there to begin with. There's just not a lot of support for our people. People need support. And I find this helpful all the time. I go all over YouTube and I listen to our brothers and sisters' YouTube videos, and they're very, very well done. And this is just going out to all those that do it. You're doing a lot of good work, and I love listening to your videos. It inspires me, it motivates me, it makes me feel like, wow, we're doing this all together. I'm not alone. Other people share my passion. Same thing with looking up sermons. I'll go and I'll find sermons on the newsletter or wherever on the groups, doing a lot of digging, and I always find a lot of good motivation from them. They just open my mind to things I never thought about. And that's what I'm trying to do here, is I'm trying to open your mind to what is beyond all of this. This is not a religion necessarily. This is just truth. We are not a bunch of Satanists that worship a imaginary deity and that's all there is to it. This is going to get physical pretty soon here. This is real. This is the truth. You need to meditate. You need to advance your soul. And what comes after this is all the beginning. Once we become gods, there's going to be so much for us to do. The work will have just begun. And just imagine the things that you're going to see and experience and do. Complete pleasure. Your body's never going to tax out or get tired, so the work's not going to be strenuous. You're going to be able to experience any matter of pleasure that you want, whether it be from food or sex or music or whatever you want to indulge yourself in to the max. And then the work you do is going to be completely enjoyable. Hell, if I had to go to work every day for serving Satan like I am today, or going out there to a completely satanic nation and furthering its agenda, I wouldn't be able to sleep. I mean, I would sit at night with my eyes open all night, waiting for the sun to get up so I could rush out the door and work for Satan. I wouldn't even want to get paid for it. As long as I had food and whatever I wanted and stuff, money is nothing, because when you have complete excess of everything through extreme technology and everything that we'll have, money and economical system is not even needed. Money in the sense of, oh, I'm a millionaire, look at me, I'm better than everybody, won't exist. You won't even need to get paid. You will be paid in getting all the finer things of life that you could possibly want. And it's better than what the Christians paint as heaven, isn't it? Because the Christians paint heaven as you go up and you're sitting in some kind of cloud formation with golden streets, which to me that sounds like it hurt my ankles, and sitting on your knees all day long praising some god on a throne, and that's your whole existence. I mean, yeah, that sounds wonderful. I'd love to just stick my forehead to the ground all day for the next 5 billion years. you know. Doesn't it sound a whole lot more interesting, to actually be in physical reality on this earth and it be a complete utopia and to be immortal and to be able to do whatever you want, to work for an agenda furthering freedom and liberty and these eternal blisses to others? To me, that's what my soul craves for its existence, is to be able to say, wow, I can help others to achieve this, and possibly in other worlds or wherever. Satan stands for liberation, rebellion, and freedom, and that is the most important thing. That's what should drive us every day. We're fighting for our very freedom right now. I'm making this audio to fight for my freedom, because if we don't, we're going to see what communist terrors are really like. And I'm going to end this here. So I hope this has inspired you and motivates you to see how bright our future can be and how fun it can be to work for Satan. So hail Satan.